Hello, everybody, and welcome along. Sorry for the technical difficulties to begin. Welcome along to our first ever live stream here on Hot Sport. Before we get into it, guys, make sure you are watching, make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Lots of exciting stuff we're going to have to get you caught up on. We're going to get the ticker going at the moment at the bottom here, and we will begin. So many information, so much information to get you guys caught up on. But man, it's so exciting. My co-host, it's very early in the morning, so she's still getting ready. She will be out here. She'll be out here shortly. But less than 2 hours ago in the transfer window, we're going to get you caught up on what's been going on right after this. Excuse me, guys, for a moment. We're back for our very first live stream. I just realized that my that my mic was muted. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to our very first Hot Sport live stream. So many deals been going down to the moment. So much drama already. I've just been following, getting caught up because I've been asleep for a while. I went to bed for about 6 or 7 hours. But we are here, first live stream ever. It is the transfer window. Let's bring up our background here. What do we have? Is waiting for the green light to join Arsenal. Now look. So let's get you caught up. I'm actually watching. I can't show you, but I'm watching Sky Sports News on one window. Got Fabrizio Romano on another window, so we can keep you posted on what's going on in the transfer window. Here are the headlines. You see it across the ticker at the bottom. Al Ahly have agreed deals with both Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney, but can only sign one of them. So Chelsea still have hope. However, there is doubt at the moment that Chelsea can complete the deal for Osimhen in terms of getting his personal terms all sorted. Arsenal, though, however, are now in advanced talks to sign Raheem Sterling on loan. That is a huge news. While Chelsea are trying to bring in Jadon Sancho from Manchester United. In other news, Arsenal news as well, the deal for Johan Garcia fell through, so they have brought in Neto, the goalkeeper from Bournemouth, on loan. Just listening to the Calvi call for a second. By the Chelsea owners 2 years ago. There's still 3 years left on that contract. He doesn't want to leave for money. If he was going to leave for money, he would go to Saudi Arabia. He totally ruled that out. He wants to move for sporting reasons. And if the move to Arsenal happens, then great. He's going to be at a club with for the title and the Champions League. What are you guys excited about here in the transfer window? Raheem Sterling, is he happening to Arsenal? The question is, am I happy as an Arsenal fan with that being the incoming? Look, I want to be honest with you. At this moment, Raheem Sterling is better than nothing. And I'm hoping that Raheem Sterling deal completes. So apparently, by the way, the news here is that Raheem Sterling is actually waiting for the green light. So breaking news, although this meant for Chrissy, but I'll be the breaking news first in the moment. So breaking news here. Raheem Sterling, according to Ben Jacobs, is now waiting on the green light to undergo a medical at Arsenal. So it seems like this deal is moving quickly. Raheem Sterling, and that's what Kaveh Salikol is talking about here on TV. up and around the M25 to Arsenal's training ground. Yes. So Raheem Sterling is waiting for clearance on his potential to get a medical for Arsenal, which means that this deal is moving in the direction that we would want it to go in terms of for Arsenal. And Chelsea agreeing a deal for Raheem Sterling. The Ornstein Bomba dropped at around almost an hour ago, saying that Arsenal were in talks with Chelsea to sign Raheem Sterling before the transfer window closes. Arsenal now actively working on the loan move for Chelsea attacker. If the deal is struck, personal terms would still need to be agreed. No issue expected. That was followed up by Fabrizio Romano. That has been followed up by Fabrizio Romano saying that Arsenal and Raheem Sterling have agreed upon personal terms. Just in away from the purple panel, Raheem Sterling set to undergo the medical tomorrow in London if all proceed well before the deadline. So it seems as if, because it's a loan deal, I'm not like the full expert here, but it seems like as if because it's a loan deal that the deal can be agreed before the deadline. However, the medical can happen after the deadline. I don't know if that makes sense. That's just one source. It's Purple Panel on that. Let's go to Fabrizio Romano. There are also other things. Chelsea remain hopeful, however, pessimistic about their ability to then get Victor Osimhen. Now, let's break down that's the big news of the window here. Victor Osimhen was basically battling between, is he going to go to Chelsea, is he going to go to Al Ahly? Early in the in this transfer deadline day. In fact, I was still at the office at work watching Sky Sports live on the side in the closing hours of my work. That basically that Al Ahly won the race for Victor Osimhen. That they got an agreement with Napoli for Victor Osimhen. And then on my way home from work, I got updated that Al Ahly have also agreed with Ivan Toney. So obviously the idea was that whoever didn't get Osimhen was going to go in to get Toney. And basically Al Ahly took both. And I think they wanted to basically make sure that they got one of them. Then it was revealed later on that that only one of them can go to Saudi, because they have a limit in terms of how many foreign players, non-Saudi players, can join the Saudi league, or one team at a time. And so therefore they only have one slot remaining, and that slot belonged to either one Toney or Osimhen. So at the moment, though, what's very interesting is that if Chelsea are unable to agree to Osimhen in terms of what he wants, apparently the reports are that they're about £100,000 a week short of what Osimhen wants in terms of his contract. So therefore, like, what's going to happen with Osimhen? Like, if he can't, or what's going to happen with Toney? Like, if the chances that one of them can go, right? So the other one, the deal's going to have to collapse somehow, or they're going to have to find another destination for him, or they get rid of one of their other players that are currently on the Al Ahly team and get both. So there's still so much. There's still so much to do. Welcome in, by the way. We have 46 people here in the live stream. Welcome, everybody. Let you guys know. Don't feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. 87, we're up to 87 viewers now. Very humbled. Welcome along to Hotsport live stream. We have got less than 2 hours to go in the transfer window. The main. Oh my God, we're going over 100 viewers. So the main notes on this deal today. Christy is here.
Hello, everyone.
So Christy is here. She will be running you through the news when it breaks. But here are your headlines. Over 100 viewers here now in the chat, guys. Very, very humbled. By the way, if you are here, guys, make sure you are subscribing to Hotsport. We are trying to build something special. Every subscription at the moment means so much to us because we're on the road to monetization. Would be amazing if we can hit 500 subs by the end of the night to get minimum monetization. So if you guys are all interested in that, let us know. But we're all here for the transfer news, right? And so I've got Fabrizio Romano updates for you guys in a moment. All right. Well, Christy's going to be on the working on this one now. We do have one. It's not very necessarily a massive update, like in terms of what people really care about. But Fabrizio has got an update, and Christy will tell you guys now.
All right, breaking news is Jayden Megoma joins Brentford from Southampton. Deal confirmed.
Oh, what else? What do you have any other updates on Manuel Ugarte and Manchester United?
Oh yeah, Manuel Ugarte and Man United official soon.
Soon. So the big deal for Manchester United, Manuel Ugarte is about to be announced apparently from Man United. That is breaking from. He came out of the mouth of this beautiful woman, Christy, my girlfriend, who most of you guys are here. 308 people, 363 in the chat.
Oh, wow.
Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're subscribing. There's 363 in the chat. Hit the like button. Help this YouTube channel grow. Honestly, this is very, very humbling. You guys are all here. So, also, Christy, do you have an update for us on Reiss Nelson? Is Arsenal need to get Reiss Nelson out for them to get Raheem Sterling in? Does Reiss Nelson have potential home?
The news is Reiss Nelson is on loan from Arsenal, and it can open the doors to Raheem Sterling to Arsenal from Chelsea.
So what team is interested at the moment in getting Raheem Sterling on loan?
Arsenal. Joey's Town.
Ipswich, right? Okay, so yeah, Ipswich. So also we're in our advanced talks with Ipswich to bring in Raheem Sterling. That's also according to Fabrizio Romano. So the Raheem Sterling one, that is the deal right now that has all of the drama. We were all looking for Victor Osimhen. That would still be something that would be epic at the moment, although Chelsea would have to really break their wage structure for that to happen. And so, guys, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments who you think, what deal you think is going to happen. So do we believe that Osimhen is going to go to Chelsea, or is he going to go to Ali, or is he going to be stuck? There's an update now here from Sky, by the way, on Reiss Nelson.
Ambitious summer transfer window for Ipswich so far. They're trying to go for it in this Premier League, and they're bringing in players paid for the short term so that they can have a real go at staying up in the Premier League. And if it isn't to work out for them, goodness me, they'll have a fantastic squad to bounce straight.
Okay, so news from Sky Sports. This is breaking news from Sky Sports. Arsenal have agreed a loan deal for Reiss Nelson. That is no longer something that is being worked on. That is something that's been agreed. So Reiss Nelson is going to head to Ipswich. He's going to head to Ipswich for his loan, which means there is a spot available now at Arsenal for a potential move for Raheem Sterling. Dave, take it away. There's an update on Raheem Sterling. from Fabrizio Romano?
Just now. Breaking news from Raheem Sterling and Arsenal is agreement between player and AFC in case club decides to get it done. Raheem wants the move, and negotiation ongoing between clubs and Chelsea open to finding solutions.
So that means, guys, Raheem Sterling, Arsenal fans, I'm an Arsenal fan. Anybody Arsenal fans in the chat, let me guys know. What do we think? Like, obviously, we've been looking for a striker all summer. We've been talking about Victor Gyökeres. We've been talking about Ivan Toney. We've been talking about Osimhen even at one point. Talking about Nico Williams. At the end of the day, Mikel Merino in, Ricardo Calafiori in, potentially Neto in, and Raheem Sterling. We would be happy with that as a window. Guys, leave your comments. And 929 people here live, guys.
I see you.
I see you guys. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, guys. We have more viewers here than I have subscribers, than what I need to get monetized. So guys, if you guys are here, you could do a massive favor at Hotspot. This will be a historical night. Make sure you are subscribing to Hotspot. Can you give me a update as well on our views and our likes? Let me see.
It's not update on the live or.
All right. Only 2 people so far have hit the like button. We have 948 people in the stream, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. If you guys are on Instagram, thank you so much as well. We will try to get to your comments. It just doesn't come up on StreamYard. So Chrissy's got 2 phones, so we're gonna get the phones, and then we're gonna be able to if you guys have left any comments or anything inside the live chat at Instagram, we do apologize. It just doesn't come up on StreamYard. But if you're on YouTube and you are leaving a comment, I can see you. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. So preferred way to look at this, to view this, would be via YouTube, just for the old algorithm. This is a YouTube channel, but we have gone live, of course, on Instagram. So welcome to your Instagram family as well. Man, very humbled with all the viewers that we have right now. So, updates. Do we have more updates here? From Fabrizio. Manuel Ugarte, by the way. I'm not quite sure if I'm allowed to show you this, but wait, let's go to Manchester United. Okay. All right, here you go. All right. So, Man United fans, here you go. Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United. So, guys, you guys finally got your big midfield gem, big field maestro. I've highly rated Manuel Ugarte for a very long time. He's going to make Man United. I think he's going to make Man United's midfield a lot better. I think they've had issues there, and I said this in my show a couple weeks ago. Ugarte, Bruno Fernandes, and Kobbie Mainoo would be one of the best midfields in the Prem. So that is going to be that's going to be really, really good. There's an update here for Sky Sports.
What more can you tell us?
Wait 1 second, guys.
Well, Vicky,
Tony has completed his medical in London today ahead of a £40 million move to Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia. There have been no problems with that medical. So the 28-year-old England international, someone at the very peak of his powers and a scorer of many goals, and somebody who.
So the breaking news here, while Christy is out, the breaking news is that Ivan Toney has completed his medical for Al Ahly, but there's still questions as to if the move will still happen because of what's going on with Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen has yet to basically give the green light to Saudi, and the question is who will Saudi prefer to bring in? Well, who would Saudi? No, I shouldn't say Saudi. Who would Al Ahly prefer to bring in if they can only bring in one? Is it Ivan Toney? Is it Victor Osimhen? I think this is a Premier League show, so I don't expect us to have many fans of Al Ahly around, but Al Ahly fans, let me know what you prefer. Chelsea fans, guys, let's talk to Chelsea fans. If you have Chelsea fans in the building, what do we think? Are we a bit underwhelmed because you guys all were hoping Victor Osimhen, Ivan Toney? Seems like as if Al Ahly have cut your lunch. So not only did they take your first plan A, they've taken your plan B. What do you guys think of the window? I made lots of jokes, obviously, about how many players you have and how it all fits, but it's interesting. By the way, the Sky is now announcing the deal for Jayden Ngoma. So Jayden Ngoma has now joined Brentford. They're seeing the pictures now. I wish I could show you the Sky Sports screen, but for purposes of for the purpose of I don't want to get any strikes, especially this early on in my time here at YouTube. 233 subs now. We're almost 50% of the way to monetization. So thank you guys for those of you who 810 of you watching. Guys, make sure you're liking. Make sure you are subscribing to Hotspot. We have so much content for you guys. So this is obviously our first live show. We basically do, for anybody who doesn't really know what we do, the idea of a Hotspot is that we're going to have a platform, multi-sport platform. So a lot of people just talk football. A lot of people just talk basketball. A lot of people just talk NFL. A lot of people just talk footy. A lot of people just talk tennis. Whatever. We're planning to talk about everything and bring and basically connect people from different sides of the world who have interest in different sports. Connect them together. I would love for a fan in England, an Arsenal fan, watch my coverage, or a Chelsea fan, Liverpool, Liverpool, Man United, whatever, to watch my coverage of this, and then in a week watch my coverage of the NFL, and then kind of get into the NFL. That would be freaking awesome. But at the moment, we are talking here about the transfer deadline, and we have as well. If you guys can check out in the YouTube channel, we have a show weekly, the Premier League show. We chill out. If you're locked in, also on Instagram and on TikTok, we also do live reactions to games after they're done. This week we're going to be at the pub, I believe, to watch Arsenal against Brighton. So we will be able to maybe interact with some fans there. Maybe we'll definitely be dropping though a live reaction from the pub this Saturday. Not sure if that's exactly exciting for you. Yes. You have something? The Instagram is not live?
No.
Oh, so that means we are all here on YouTube. So guys, we're going to have to... he has to hit... Okay. Now we're live. So now we are live on YouTube, everybody. Sorry, now we're live on Instagram. And we can see your comments come through on Instagram as well. Guys, there are 972 you guys in the building. Do not be shy. You clearly are here to know what happens here in the transfer window and talk ball. So not only are we going to talk about what happens in the transfer window, we're going to talk about how that impacts how we feel the league is going to go. We have a ranking. I'll reveal to you the ranking now, just from my point of view. At the moment, this is without Raheem Sterling joining Arsenal. And look, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to sit here and be biased. I needed something a bit better than Raheem Sterling as a needle mover for Arsenal. However, in terms of the cover for the season, I think that it can work. I think it can work because we need to have a backup for Bukayo Saka. So you would have Saka, Martinelli, Sterling, and you would have Trossard with Havertz, with Jesus. So you would have 6 very reliable forward players. Now, the idea obviously would be is that Havertz would improve on his numbers from last season because he's going to be playing the whole season at striker for Arsenal. He's already got 2 GA on the season. The thing is it good enough to beat Man City? And as we're sitting here at the window, I got to say it's very, very even. It's close. So for those of you who are thinking, oh, they also have no chance, let's remember that it was 2 points difference last season. Man City, though, have brought back Gundogan. They have brought Savinho in. Arsenal's business, like I said, Ricardo Calafiori, Mikel Merino. By the way, update on Mikel Merino, which is a bit sad. He's got a shoulder injury and he'll be out for a few weeks, which is a bit of an anticlimax for Arsenal because we were looking forward to seeing him play tomorrow. But we still got Thomas Partey in the building. He's still healthy. Arsenal will still have him available. The thing is, at the moment in the window, it's about having the fridge stocked, about having the options that you need to turn to throughout the season. Let me get back on the Raheem Sterling trail. Do we have any updates here? Because we're still waiting. Raheem Sterling is waiting on. We have breaking news about Raheem Sterling, baby.
So this is exciting for me as I am an Arsenal fan. Raheem Sterling and Arsenal deal at the final stage.
There you go. There you go. So Raheem Sterling looking incredibly likely that he is now at the final stage to join Arsenal on loan. Again, Gooners, in the chat, what do we think? Are we excited to have Raheem Sterling join Arsenal? Look, let's talk about Raheem Sterling for a little bit now, because in the whole situation, not just talking about him as a name. So obviously we know that Raheem Sterling, as an England fan myself, I've had an affinity for him. Unfortunately, not many of the fans of his clubs have had affinity for him. I think Liverpool loved him at the start. They did not like him when he left to go to Manchester City. And from what I understand, Man City fans, even though he delivered for City and won many titles with Man City, they never had a real connection with Raheem. At Chelsea now, he's been put on the exile. And look, I got to be honest, Raheem Sterling at his best was one of the best wingers in world football. There was a point for me, at least when he was at the Man City days and he was scoring goals, he was one of the best wingers or one of the best attackers in the world. And I don't think everybody ever really wanted to acknowledge that. His stock has dropped massively to the point now where I think that the move to Chelsea was a mistake on his point, because when Chelsea bought Sterling from City, his stock was at an all-time high. Over the last 2 seasons, I think he's just been in a project with a team that is not going in. Look, sorry to say this, Chelsea fans, but just the picture is very unclear, and we don't necessarily know what direction that they are going in. And I think Sterling was in a tough position. Different coaches changing all the time. Now Enda Mariska doesn't even want him in the team, and I just think it was a bad fit. Look, I think there were highlights of him from last year. He looked really bad in front of goal in certain times. But by the way, breaking news here from Sky.
Because I do believe you've got some breaking news from Manchester United. What can you tell us?
Manuel Ugarte.
Breathe, Manchester United fans, because there was this huge delay. What felt like
All right. Anyway, Sky's just announcing Manuel Ugarte's deal. So back to Sterling. Look, I think Sterling was in a bad situation. Different coaches. I would look at Kai Havertz last year. He basically was exiled as well. Came to Arsenal. Obviously, we paid 65 million pounds for him, but he was a player lacking in confidence. By the end of the season, he's been one of Arsenal's main men. So there's a potential here. Raheem Sterling used to play for Mikel Arteta at Man City. Back when Raheem was at his best, he was being coached by Mikel Arteta at Man City. So what do we think? Guys, honestly, do not be shy. Leave a comment in the comment section for us. What are we up to now? We are up to, thank you guys. We've got another subscriber. 234 subs now in the building, guys. We have 854 of you guys in the chat, guys. Make sure that you are subscribing. We have a goal here. I mean, it's very lofty. We have until about 2.5 hours left to go on this stream. Can we hit 500 subs by the end of the live stream? I won't hate on you guys if we don't, because obviously I'm very humbled to welcome you guys all to the community. And we've had over 119 subs over the last 24 hours, which for me at this time is like, obviously I'm not a big time YouTuber yet, but at this point in time, 119 subs in one day is a monumental. So thank you everyone as well for subbing to the channel. Hope you guys enjoy all the content that we have coming. And of course, I've got my special guest, my girlfriend. What?
You watch, guys. My friends, whoever you are watching here, hit the like buttons.
Yeah.
Or nothing.
Yeah. Now, and also, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're leaving us a comment, guys. At the moment we're not monetized, so if you guys leave a comment, we will read it out for you as well. Anyone who is interested, as I've mentioned before, in coming into the show, send us a DM at the Instagram, on the Hotspot Instagram, and we can send you a link and invite you on to the show if that is something that you guys are on. So we have 903 of you guys. Don't be shy, guys. We're here to talk about the transfer window. Yeah, we are here to talk about the transfer window. And by the way, one thing I should say: there are so many live for transfer window at the moment. Like Fabrizio is live. I've got Fabrizio live. I'm following him live on the side here. See, the Football Terrace is live. Sky Sports is live. The fact that you guys are choosing to spend your last couple hours of the window here with us at Hotspot is very, very humbling to us, isn't it?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. So do we have any? But what we're here for is our updates on news. Man United fans, we actually have an update for you.
Fan Manuel Ugarte finally joining Man United after agreement on personal terms revealed in July.
So, Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United is...
I'm doing this.
So that is done. Manuel Ugarte, he's now a Manchester United player. Man United fans, let us know what you think and feel at this time. As I said in multiple videos at this point, Manuel Ugarte is the man for Man United. I think this is the best signing they have made of the summer. Obviously, they brought in Lenny Euro. They've brought in Joshua Zirkzee. They brought in De Ligt. They brought in Mazraoui. But this is the king. This is the king. This is their number one target in this transfer window, being Manuel Ugarte. And he honestly, look, I was talking about my rankings. We didn't really get into it. I got sidetracked. But Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United at the moment, without Victor Osimhen moving to Chelsea, which we have yet to find out. That's still something that could happen. But news, Man United for me in the top four. By the way, breaking news. Man United are now in Anton's top four. Look, this for me moves them ahead of Tottenham. When fully fit. Look, obviously the caveat here is the manager. I don't necessarily believe in Erik ten Hag as a top manager, and I think his team selections have been weird. But Ugarte brings, and look, and I'm gonna sound like I'm gassing right now, but I've watched this guy play. We played him in the Europa League when he was at Sporting. Manuel Ugarte brings to Manchester United what Declan Rice brings to Arsenal, which is solidity, the ability to win the ball back, and he also is going to be an amazing partner for Kobbie Mainoo. So it now allows Kobbie Mainoo more to kind of move a bit more forward, higher up the pitch, which he likes to do. Kobbie likes scoring goals as well, and Bruno Fernandes as well. So I think the three of them will link very, very well. So basically, Ugarte will be able to sit, chase, recovery runs, while Kobbie Mainoo will be able to link the defense and the attack, get involved in the attack. So Man United, this is huge. This is your Declan Rice. And as someone who a year ago got Declan Rice, I can tell you it makes a massive difference to your team. So you guys should be stoked, honestly. Now, again, as I said, it really comes down to your manager and how you guys approach this, and how he sets the team up. But at the moment, look, I've got the moment. Arsenal and Man City are like this. And by the way, that includes Sterling if we're like this. So the Sterling doesn't necessarily make a needle mover. I think that with Raheem Sterling in the building for Arsenal, though, it basically makes them level. Here's the reason why. And I mentioned this in my preview of the season. And the reason here is that I just think Erling Haaland is the only option for Man City at striker. If Erling Haaland was to miss any time, that could be pivotal in the title race. At the moment, Arsenal's defense is the big weapon here, and they haven't conceded any goals to date through 2 games, and they have the best. We have a here we go
For Chelsea fans.
Here we go. We have a done.
So this is my favorite type of breaking news because I can say, here we go. Jadon Sancho to Chelsea. Loan deal with obligation to buy clause agreed between the clubs. And Sancho already said yes, as he wanted Chelsea move. Deal now agreed between all parties. Man United accepted the proposal and deal is now set to be signed.
So Jadon Sancho to Chelsea. So Chelsea fans waiting all day for Victor Osimhen do have a signing here on the final day of the window. That is Jadon Sancho. We're just talking about Man United. He's now left Manchester United. So obviously it's a chain reaction. Ugarte coming in at Man United allows them to let Jadon Sancho go, which could, by the way, allow Chelsea to let go of Raheem Sterling. So it's like a domino effect. We have it's a domino effect, which has got Jadon Sancho joining Chelsea and maybe potentially Raheem Sterling joining Arsenal. Do we have anything more on Raheem Sterling? Burger King has tweeted about Raheem Sterling.
Burger King?
Yeah, so if Raheem Sterling goes to Arsenal, we'll give one person who likes this tweet a free meal. There you go. If you're in England,
that's my favorite news.
If you're in England, Raheem Sterling goes to Arsenal, you'll get a free meal at Burger King. Okay, so
news. That's great.
We love food here in this house. So too bad we're here. We'll try Hungry Jack's. Be like, hey, you see this tweet?
And this live is not sponsored.
All right, the live is definitely not sponsored. Any update here on? Oh, well, we're up to 235 subs now.
35.
235. Yeah. This is like charity night, or whatever. Like, you know, when they have to raise money. We're raising subs tonight. So whoever, if you want to hit a sub, to help this channel grow, we are 15 away from being halfway to monetization.
Yeah, please keep supporting us. It's Hotspot, I mean. I'm just a co-host sometimes.
Yeah, support Hotspot, guys. We're gonna have, again, so much content coming out with you. It's only we're only at the beginning here, and this is obviously our first live show. Is there an update from Fab?
Not yet.
Okay. So obviously the big ones we're waiting on now is Raheem Sterling news. We have just over an hour to go left of the window. So Arsenal's leaving it late. But can Arsenal get Raheem Sterling over the line? That is the question. And of course, for all of those who are wanting themselves a free Burger King burger, they're also really, not even just Arsenal fans of Burger King are really excited about the prospect of Raheem Sterling going to Arsenal. Let's see. Do we have any updates here on Victor Osimhen, by the way? Let's go check. Victor Osimhen. What's this? Is this from earlier?
Oh wow! Chelsea are keen to complete the deal for Victor Osimhen.
You're listening. Okay, so here's the update on Victor Osimhen. This is from Kaveh Salikol at Sky Sports. Chelsea is still, even though they are not anywhere near the valuation at the moment, obviously they're willing to be flexible on the structure of the deal for Osimhen. They have not walked away from the deal, so it's still a live situation. Victor Osimhen to Chelsea. However, we have just over an hour remaining in the window. Now, here's the thing. Saudi's window closes on Monday. So basically, Victor Osimhen can join. He can join Chelsea, but only within the next hour or so. So they need to be able to agree on the terms. He's actually been in the. So the thing is he's been in the process of completing a medical for. Basically, it's sort of like a general medical. So it could be for Al Ahly or for Chelsea. So the medical information. This is from what I've seen so many of these windows in the past. When a player does a medical and there is like a battle between two different clubs to complete a deal, that medical information, it's like for you, like if we're, you're needing to go travel somewhere, you need to complete a medical. That medical information is available for everyone, or for everyone who is needed, right? So the medical issue is not the problem right now. So all it is for Victor Osimhen is that if he's willing to accept the terms of Chelsea by 8 p.m. tonight, or 8 a.m. this morning for us, or 11 p.m. England time, then he'll go to Chelsea. Otherwise, he'll be in limbo. I assume that he would be the preferred target for Ornstein Bomba. Yeah, he said about Jadon Sancho. I'd assume that he would be the main target for Al Ahly, considering that it'd be a massive coup to get Victor Osimhen in. But the problem is in that case, they can't keep Tony, and so therefore Tony has now agreed. He's now completed a medical to go to Al Ahly. Might have to end up going back to Brentford unless they're able to maybe remove or sell one of the current players that they have. One of the current players that they have. So it's very delicate a situation at the moment. Do we have any more updates? No, that's it. So the most recent update, obviously, brought to you by Christie via Fabrizio Romano, is that Jadon Sancho is going to be a Chelsea player. He's now agreed on a deal. So we're talking about Osimhen, we have breaking news on Victor Osimhen.
Breaking news? I don't know, is it a bad news or good news for you guys? But the news is Victor Osimhen is staying at Napoli.
That is a twist. So that means, and that also comes from a Nigerian. This is literally 2 minutes ago via Sky Sports. We literally have Sky Sports on mute, so we must have just been not paying attention when they dropped the news. But basically, Victor Osimhen, his deals with both Al Ahly and Chelsea have fallen through. He will be staying at Napoli, which is really complicated because Napoli did not. They have too many players on the wage bill at the moment. They just bought Lukaku from Chelsea, and now they're going to have Osimhen as well. Oh, man, honestly, look, Chelsea are screwed. They've lost out on Osimhen and Tony, but at the end, wait, that's not it. I thought we had an update for a second, but we did not. But no, the big breaking news here at the moment is that Victor Osimhen is going to be staying at Napoli. That is brought to you by Sky Sports, the highest source that you can get. That's TV. Yeah, so we're still waiting on any other news. We're ticking up almost to 1 hour on this live stream, almost 1 hour to go in the transfer window. And for all of you guys listening, we will break. Wait, we may even add it to our banner. But Victor Osimhen is no longer on the menu for transfers. Al Ahly clearly have proceeded to complete their deal with Ivan Toney, and Chelsea were given the opportunity to get Victor Osimhen, but were not able to strike a deal, and therefore Victor Osimhen is staying at Napoli, and that is according to Sky Sports. So, and now that news is circulating. Fabrice Hawkins also tweeting that Victor Osimhen staying at Napoli will not join Chelsea. The good news for this is this. In future windows now, Victor Osimhen is still on the market. So if you want to go back on January for Victor Osimhen, you can. He will still be on the market. And not just that, given what I understand is that that Napoli prefer Lukaku because he's that player that's in their plans. So the fee for Osimhen will drop dramatically over the next how many months? 4 months till the January window will open. It'll drop dramatically, and therefore it'll be a lot easier for anyone to make a deal. Which, look, it might explain why many of the teams weren't really in for Osimhen, why it was really just Chelsea and Al Ahly, because I think they knew that there was a situation where they didn't want to overpay. They knew that the market value of the player, there's a chance that he could drop significantly. So, yeah, that is huge. David Ornstein, do you have an Ornstein Bomber? No, not yet. So Ornstein is basically just saying he's just giving you. I'll do the David Ornstein stuff for now, unless there's a new Ornstein Bomber. But just giving you caught up. The big news in the pipeline is Arsenal related now. Chelsea have some form of relation because obviously Raheem Sterling is their player. But it's the question going into the final hour. Victor Osimhen is no longer on the menu. Ivan Toney is going to be going to Al Ahly. Jadon Sancho is going to be going to Man United. Is Raheem Sterling, will he be making his move to Arsenal? And Reiss Nelson, will he be switching to Ipswich to allow that to come in? Ooh, my gut feeling here is that that's going to happen. So we're moving off of Osimhen. That is dead. That deal is now dead in the water. What are they talking about? Raheem Sterling? Okay. We have 1 hour and 4 minutes remaining in the transfer window. Obviously, the silence must be because things are happening in the background with this Raheem Sterling thing. They're going to have to get him to drive across London for his medical. But as was reported by Purple Panel, the medical for Sterling, as long as, because it's a loan, can occur tomorrow as long as everything is agreed on today. So basically what that means is that Arsenal can announce before the end of the window. I think they'll extend the deal sheet to extend it for an hour. I think that's almost guaranteed at this point, given how late we are in the window. That they can hit the deal sheet to extend it for an hour. Which what means is that Arsenal gives Arsenal time to complete a medical if it's needed tonight. Otherwise, what they would do is that Arsenal would say, we are announced that Arsenal have signed Raheem Sterling on loan pending a medical. That's basically what they would do. And then you would find out almost tomorrow-ish. I mean, the likelihood is that he will agree. There is Fabrizio has got some updates for you. And that's, by the way, Napoli fans, keeping Victor Osimhen, and now there's more Victor.
The recent news from Napoli, we have Billy Gilmore to Napoli from Brighton, Dale Compton.
So,
and followed by the news of Fulham agreed deal to sign Ernest Nuama on permanent move from Olympic Lyon. Here we go. Farewell agreement done, but they're still working on the paperwork to be completed in time.
There we go. Not there we go. Here we go. So double Fabrizio bomb. Is that Billy Gilmore leaving Brighton, joining Napoli. He'll play now with Victor Osimhen apparently, because he's not going anywhere. And Fulham get Ernest Nuama on a permanent move from Lyon. Who's Ernest Nuama? Can we get? For all of those wondering, we got 216 people here in the live chat.
Hello, everyone.
We have now got another special guest. This is my dog Bango, our dog Bango.
Because he's just here when he wants to. Very expensive guest.
Very expensive guest. By the way, it's so funny. I'll tell you this funny story from yesterday in a second. So Ernest Nuama is a winger. So he's adding to the wing positions at Fulham, which is interesting because Fulham were interested in Reiss Nelson. Oh, we are in nervous time here. 1 hour to go in the transfer window. The question is, I'll become an Arsenal show, which is in my wheelhouse. Raheem Sterling, will he or will he not become an Arsenal player by the end of the hour? We will have to find out. Speaking of which, let me take a look at Arsenal because Arsenal, do they have any? So Arsenal have completed the signing, by the way. This is 10 minutes ago. All right, actually, baby, we have a done deal. Do you want me to just say? Okay, Arsenal Football Club have completed the signing of Neto, the goalkeeper from Bournemouth. He will become Arsenal's backup goalie to David Raya. So Aaron Ramsdale has gone out. And officially now, this is officially now Neto has now joined Arsenal as the backup goalie. Arsenal fans, we're talking about goalkeepers. We should be talking about strikers. But, Pedro... Oh, sorry, not Pedro Neto. That's the one. Neto is now joining Arsenal. Again, we're still waiting. Ornstein, is there an update from Ornstein? No. Are there? Okay, so now that's back. We're back on Raheem Sterling watch. Yeah, nothing at this time. Basically, the Raheem Sterling news that Christy mentioned about half an hour ago is that the deal's at the final stages. So that means at the moment, we're not getting updates all the time. There are things happening. And as Sky, by the way, are now announcing that we're in the final hour now of the transfer window. 58 minutes, 28 seconds remaining. We've also got... So I've got Fabrizio in my ear, actually. So in my other stream, Fabrizio Romano is actually on a live stream, as I mentioned, which makes and he literally, this is cool. He's literally said what his news is like in the ear. So I don't think this is a breaking news for Christy. I don't think she cares. Anybody cares. But Sam Edozie is going to Rangers in Scotland. I don't know. That's the Fabrizio update. Man, that guy has I don't know how he does it. Honestly, he tweets about everything.
Oh, there's some news. Sam.
Yeah, I just say. Yeah, but to Rangers. No offense, fans of the Scottish Premier League. Okay, so actually, it's actually funny. Fabrizio Romano just said, he said in his podcast, so he's live. I'm not allowed to show you that, but he is live. He's not giving up on the Osimhen to Chelsea thing. He said that it's still alive, but there's no deal. And he said when there's 55 minutes to go in the window and there's no deal, the likelihood of anything happening is very, very low. So again, Fabrizio is the type of man who will only cancel something out if he's been given in his ear information at 100% is off. Otherwise, he's going to keep you guys guessing. But Sky Sports have told everyone that he will be remaining at Napoli. So again, different information, different people. But yes, he's saying that the Raheem Sterling things are in motion right now for Raheem Sterling. So it seems like it's going through. Chelsea and Arsenal are basically agreed. We haven't necessarily gotten to it yet because we need to get to the final details. But for mostly, it seems that they're working towards the deal happening. It's just about the details are happening, being finalized, and they have 55 minutes to go in the window for that to happen. Sky is now.
I'm not going to contradict what Sky Italy are reporting, but my information is slightly different. My information just from a few minutes ago on the phone. I was sitting in my car because it's getting a little bit.
Victor Osimhen up there.
I was on the phone speaking to someone who knows what is going on, and they said to me, "Look, we are still waiting for a final decision about Victor Osimhen." I said, "Come on, you've got to be serious. There's an hour and 5 minutes to go until the deadline. How are you going to sign a player, one of the best strikers in the world, who's in Italy at the moment? How are you going to do the medical? How are you going to do the deal? This is certainly not going to happen." I was told there's still a deadline, there's still time to go. We are still waiting for a decision. I think one of the things that was holding up.
All right, guys. Sorry for giving you mixed messages. We now have an update on Sky Sports Kaveh Saleh call. So Sky Sports contradicting themselves. So when Fabrizio said that he thinks the deal's not dead, this is why you have to, Fabrizio is the man. The Osimhen deal is not off the table yet for Chelsea, apparently. Now, it seems very, very unlikely, but Kaveh Saleh call is saying that
Osimhen has been tempted enough to accept that package. And of course, now Ali signing Ivan Toney, we don't think they're going to sign Ivan Toney and Victor Osimhen. So unless something really, really dramatic and incredible happens in the next 58 minutes or so, it looks like Victor Osimhen is staying at Napoli. Although the person I was speaking to still thought that there was a chance, and he said he was waiting for a phone call. Okay,
so Kaveh Saleh is now saying on Sky that their information is that Victor Osimhen will be staying at Napoli. However, there is still belief within Chelsea that they can get the deal done, even with 55 minutes to go in the window. That they still believe they can convince that they're moving closer to convincing Victor Osimhen to accepting their package. But the deal is still very unlikely. So Chelsea fans, obviously, you only have 55 minutes left to go to worry about this. So you might as well stick it out to the end at this point. But we're just telling you that it's very, very unlikely that the deal will happen. By the way, the obligation to buy new information on the Jadon Sancho thing for Man United is around £25 million. So that means that next season, if Chelsea were to be obligation to buy. Obligation. So Chelsea are going to buy Jadon Sancho next year for £25 million at the completion of this. So it's a loan with an obligation to buy next year. Still waiting on Raheem Sterling news, but again, still nothing. Do you have anything latest? The Arsenal Times have tweeted, I don't know necessarily this means anything. It says, Raheem Sterling will join Arsenal from Chelsea in a 12-month loan deal. Rumors are an option to buy for $25 million. I don't know how. They got a blue tick, so take that as you want. A lot of people tweeting about welcoming Raheem Sterling to Arsenal. There is still so much to go left in this deal. But yeah, people, okay, they're okay. So we need to see the opinions, the opinion pieces. But what we do want to hear the opinions is from you guys, right? What do you guys think of your team's business so far in this window? Comment. Are Spurs signing anyone? Not that I'm aware of, my friend. Not that I'm aware of. Let me check for you though. I'm gonna go take a look. Let me take a look. It doesn't seem so. From what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like Tottenham is in for anyone. But thank you so much for leaving a comment. You're the first brave man to leave a comment here in this. So that's why I went and did the search for you. Even though your choice of club is interesting, but but no, thanks Sammy so much for the comment. Doesn't look like Tottenham is sending anybody here in the window. I think that the deals that are really being spoken about, again, the Raheem Sterling, the Victor Osimhen, and Christy has got a update here regarding a former Tottenham player. So while Tottenham is in the news, here we go. There's some news.
So the news is Ivan Perisic to Como, almost there, and verbal agreement done, and they're working on the documents soon. And the exclusive story is confirmed.
Okay, so Ivan Perisic, former Tottenham player, is on his way to get managed by a former Arsenal player, Cesc Fabregas, at Como. Again, not necessarily the news everyone's waiting for, but Fabrizio doesn't care. He's just here reporting the news, and so is Christy. So, yeah, we're still waiting on Raheem Sterling. Will he join Arsenal? As mentioned earlier, the exclusive story. If Raheem Sterling were to go to Arsenal, then Burger King UK will be giving away free meals to everyone who likes the tweet. So not only is Arsenal and Chelsea negotiating Raheem Sterling's deal, they're negotiating free meals for our Arsenal fans in London. So
Can we fly to London?
Wait,
we're talking.
As long as they've got the signatures of both clubs and Raheem Sterling between 9 o'clock and 11, and that's deposited with the Premier League. As long as that happens, they will have until 1 o'clock in the morning to get this deal over the line. If Raheem Sterling is going to go until 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure the panel, Jules, and everyone will be very, very happy to stay.
They are. We booked them all till 3 a.m. So yeah, they're going to be more than happy to talk about this at the end. Look, just one more, if I can, on this, because you said your very words were, "This has come in late."
Yeah.
But there's part of me that says we should have all been seeing this because we saw Mikel Arteta last week.
Okay, so guys, we do have an update on Raheem Sterling, and they're talking about it right now on Sky. And that update is that Raheem Sterling to Arsenal is a deal that's going to be announced soon in terms of the agreement between the clubs, and that Raheem Sterling could be going to Arsenal now to complete his medical, and that Arsenal, as long as the agreement is done so for instance, a Fabrizio Romano, here we go, or the like, is announced before the end of the hour, Arsenal have until 1 a.m. their time, so that would be after this live stream is over, unfortunately, and to 10 p.m. to complete the medicals and have the official announcement. So what we're hoping on this stream, though, is to get a here we go from Fabrizio Romano at least. But it seems like it's progressing in that direction, that both teams want this deal to happen. And we do have now. So now it's being confirmed here. Now it's being confirmed here by Ben Jacobs and by Kaveh Saliakol. Christy will give you this update. And it's something.
So the progress is Raheem Sterling's loan to Arsenal from Chelsea is now being finalized by the lawyers, and Sterling waiting to start his medical. Progress.
Definite progress. So that basically means that the lawyers are looking over the contract. Do you know what that means, though? And this is breaking from Sky.
All right.
Christy, are you ready? It's almost the same thing, but
can I just say now?
Just say it. Just say it.
Raheem Sterling's move from Chelsea to Arsenal is very close, and Sterling's representative and lawyers are involved in talks to ensure the winger completes his move to the Emirates before the 11 p.m. deadline.
So the Raheem Sterling stuff is really, really bubbling up. Basically, the fact that lawyers are involved, as I was going to say before this update came through, means that there's a contract and there's an agreement. Otherwise, there would not be any legal documents being written up. If there's no agreement, there's no legal documents being written up. So that means, for all intents and purposes, it's more likely this deal now happens than not. Let's see if there's anything from Fabrizio on this now, because it's now being spoken about. These are old tweets. Yeah, sad. Aaron Ramsdale has left Arsenal. That was announced earlier in the day. By the way, I am going to update the banner here. Just 1 second. The banner is deal 4 for and All right, so now we've updated the ticker. Ali agreed deal for Ivan Toney. Victor Osimhen to stay at Napoli. Arsenal are in advanced talks to sign Raheem Sterling on loan. And Chelsea sign Jadon Sancho on loan from Man United. So that is the big headlines of the evening. Obviously, we brought in the news earlier. Emmanuel Ugarte of Neto. Those are completed deals as well. But those were also deals that were already kind of, we knew that was all done and it had been completed. Like, for instance, Ugarte has been a here we go for a while now. Yeah, Burger King's tweet is now, by the way, the most viewed tweet regarding Raheem Sterling.
They want free.
Ahead of even the Sky News or the Ben Jacobs. So guys, if you're any of my fans here in England, viewing in England, yeah, anybody watching the show from England, get your hands on a Burger King meal if Raheem Sterling's deal to Arsenal goes through. Guys, we're, by the way, just so I know, just for YouTube purposes, and we are not sponsored by Burger King. In fact, the country we live in, Burger King's not even called Burger King. So we are not affiliated.
Here I go back to Indonesia.
We are not affiliated whatsoever with Burger King. There are just 40 minutes remaining now in the transfer window. I'm going to get Fabrizio back in the ear, because in my ear, at least, because he probably knows more about Sterling than anybody else at the moment. How many does Fabrizio have versus us in his live stream?
Hey, kid.
Oh, wow. Fabrizio's got 47,011 people watching his live stream.
Yeah, we're not even 10%. That's all right.
No, but Fabrizio is the source. We're
even the news from him.
Yeah. Breaking news. This is okay. Yeah, I was prompted by listening to the live stream. I knew this was going to come, so I switched over. Breaking news.
All right, Chelsea fan. The breaking news is no agreement between Victor Osimhen and Chelsea, even after new proposal presented 2 hours ago. Ooh. Unfortunately.
Sorry, guys. I don't know why I just cracked a big smile here. my Arsenal fandom is still leaking through the video.
You can't be neutral.
I try so hard to be neutral. All right. Here's the point. All right. I'm just gonna get the banter out of the way. And you know what? It makes the show a lot more fun. So why stay neutral? I'm just gonna say that out into the camera right now. Chelsea fans, and I know out of the 232 watching, some of you guys are Chelsea fans. First of all, let me know what you think. Second of all, you guys have been very, very arrogant. You guys sign like every single player, right? And then the other day, and I've been having, by the way, arguments on Twitter and on YouTube comments on certain other videos about this topic. You guys were so confident that Victor Osimhen was going to join you, and that if not, it was going to be Ivan Toney. And I said to my girlfriend, and she can be here to be a witness. I said yesterday, they're not getting either of them.
Oops.
What happened?
I heard. It's real. It's the reality. Just accept that.
Yeah. The reality is, Chelsea, and you guys are not what you think. You guys used to be great. At the moment, you guys are still rebuilding. And I'm happy. I would have, and I said it in my video the other day, if this deal were to happen, that I would have had I would have had Chelsea in my top 4. I will reveal to you now Anton's top 4, and we're gonna have a video coming out next week with some more special guests. Not Christy, unfortunately.
All right.
No,
More than special.
revealing our picks. So me and a few friends revealing our picks for the Premier League season now that the window will be closed in almost half an hour. My picks, and I don't want to ruin the video, just for the top 4. I've got so many other things that will drop. At the moment, I have Man City 1. I don't know how to say this, but Man City 1. I just don't think Arsenal's done enough. But again, I just hope I'm wrong. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 3, Man United 4. And I know I was saying how like how much doubt to what's going on with Ten Hag. I just look at what Man United brought in this summer, and I just think it's once everything is ready and available, I think it's going to click. I think at one point they're going to click. I think they're going to make it into the top 4. Tottenham, I'm just not convinced by. They had a really good game against Everton today, but anyone could beat better Everton at home. They also had the draw against Leicester. Something is missing for me from Tottenham, in my opinion. But they're close. They'll be a close 5th. And we have got some breaking. It's the same news. It's just okay. Never mind. It's not really breaking news. It's just the clip on Sky. It's the clip on Sky from basically reporting that the deal from Arsenal is very close, which would have happened on our TV to the right of us, left of us, right for you guys. That we just weren't paying attention. But yeah. The Raheem Sterling is the story now. 35 minutes to go in the window. All eyes are on North London. Wait, are they giving?
To buy, so he's getting very real indeed. We can head to Arsenal now and over to the Emirates and join Gary Cottrell. Gary, this move is getting closer.
We're just watching Sky now.
Feels Darmish just telling us that the Arsenal lawyers working really hard to get this deal over the line.
Yes, and it seems that Raheem Sterling is probably at the fore of making this deal more and more likely to happen as we get so close now to the deadline. Because Raheem Sterling won't have to, I'm sure, accept a cut in his pay. He's on over 300,000 at Chelsea. Arsenal will not pay anywhere near that, probably only 50% of that. So
I don't think that's going to hear what's going on in the background here, but you'd be on the mic, wouldn't it?
Raheem Sterling has accepted a reduction in wages, a bit like what springs to mind Romelu Lukaku did when he went from Chelsea on loan to Roma. So it is Raheem Sterling, I think, who has in the end decided that he wants to go to Arsenal. I think there was a sign that it might happen about a week ago when at his news conference before the Aston Villa game, Mikel Arteta was asked whether or not there was any chance of Arsenal signing Raheem Sterling. First of all, he said straight, categorically, no. But then he went on to talk about the relationship the two of them had, how he thought that he'd helped Raheem Sterling become a better player. They were both at Manchester City, and how vice versa, Raheem Sterling had helped him become a better coach when they were at Manchester City. Great admiration there from Raheem Sterling to Mikel Arteta, and from Mikel Arteta to Raheem Sterling. And so there was a hint there that perhaps if things could be worked out, if the difficult contractual and salary situation could be worked out, there was an outside chance of a deal being done between the two clubs and between manager and player. So Raheem Sterling wants to go to Chelsea. It suits him personally. His family is in London. He's a London boy. He wants to go there professionally as well, for professional reasons, because Chelsea are competing for the league in the Champions League, the kind of club that he thinks he can prove himself again and get back into that England squad.
Yeah, absolutely. Arsenal could do that for him, couldn't they? In terms of a football point of view, they've done all they can, really, you'd have to say, in terms of trying to match Manchester City and perhaps get past it this season. Do you think this is a step in the right direction as well to add Sterling to their fold?
Well, it's been a busy summer for Arsenal. It's not exactly been revolution, Vicky, but it's certainly been an evolution of the first team squad, because we know that.
Sorry, guys, you guys are listening in. Sky Sports is now reporting on Arsenal. So
fourth although it's only, of course, a loan. And by the end of tonight, by 11 o'clock, if the two deals that we're waiting to hear about in terms of outs, which is Reece Nelson and Eddie Nketiah are confirmed, which we think they will be, that'll be 11 out. So you can see that the squad looks very different now to what it did at the beginning of the summer. I think that is all the work of Edu, it is all the work of Mikel Arteta. And they weren't giving up earlier today when we did the news conference. Mikel Arteta was asked about Raheem Sterling, was asked about the Raheem Sterling kind of player coming in, or any kind of player coming in between now, as was then, and the end of the window. And he was actually giving quite a big hint that something might happen. He said there's still a few hours to go. We're prepared. Him and Edu are prepared. Let's see. You can never rule anything out on deadline day. That certainly proved to be the case.
Yeah, and Gary, of course, they've got the early kick-off, haven't they, tomorrow? They're up against Brighton. They are at home then. But does that go to show, really, what these clubs are doing right up until this window closes shut?
Yes, I think any fine margin, anything you can do to improve the scenario, to give you a chance of winning the league, they've come so close, haven't they? Arsenal, every season since Mikel Arteta has taken charge, they've gathered more points, 5 points behind Manchester City 2 seasons ago, 2 points behind Manchester City last season. Will Raheem Sterling be that difference? It gives them, tips them over the edge, it gives them the advantage over Manchester City. Look, they're packed full of quality players we know at Arsenal, but they can also do with a little bit of help in that area of the pitch with an explosive attacker like Raheem Sterling, particularly to take some of the burden off the shoulders of Saka, who plays week in, week out. Raheem Sterling won't start week in, week out, but he'll always be there to try and give Saka a bit of a rest in that area. So that is a real reason, I think, why in the end Arsenal decided that they wanted Raheem Sterling. And if it does happen, it looks like it's going to. I think it suits all parties. And I know the fans at Arsenal will be absolutely thrilled to see him. And I think the players will be as well, because the aforementioned Saka, there was a training ground earlier today. We were getting ready to do a live. He pulled out of the training ground, wound down his window. Who are we signing? He needs to help as well.
That's fun.
Oh, brilliant stuff indeed. Thank you very much, Gary.
All right.
Well, now you know, because of course you're going to be watching.
That was, sorry, if you guys were listening, you should have been on the mic. That was the update from Sky on what's going on with Raheem Sterling. And the news on Raheem Sterling right now is that he's currently now at London Colney at Arsenal's training ground, on standby to have his medical complete. So really, Raheem Sterling is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Chrissy, quick question. What are your gut feelings on this? Does Raheem Sterling become an Arsenal player by the end of today?
My feeling is yes.
Yeah. So, look again. Whether we think that Raheem Sterling makes Arsenal a better team is something yet to be discussed. At the moment, obviously, all we're concerned about is if the deal happens or not. Breaking news.
Half an hour breaking news all the time now. Wolves have just confirmed a new signing. Let's go straight there now.
Start Wolves. Don't worry. Baby, there is breaking news though from Fab.
You can just read it.
All right. Okay. Cool. Manuel Kone to AS Roma is a deal completed. And if that anyone, it's obviously important to Fabrizio, but not really important to us. That being said, because Fabrizio is Italian, so therefore he still updates you on things going on in Italy, where this is the Premier League show. We don't really care about. By the way, if there are any Italians in the chat, we love you. We love your food. We actually think that Italian food is rated the #1 food in Europe. We're actually having a discussion during the Euros, and we were like, so which of the teams of the Euros are the best food? And we were like, it's Italy and then everybody else.
I kind of agree though. I like Italian food.
Yeah, we do like it. So nothing against Italy. We're just saying that the news about AS Roma buying a player isn't relevant to us. So the breaking news that they just delivered on Sky Sports. This is a Premier League team, so Christy has to
All right, the breaking news from Wolves is Andre to Wolf from Fluminense. Deal complete.
So, Andre to Wolves is all right. So, Andre, Wolves have finally got themselves a striker, I believe. Andre's a striker. He's come from Brazil, so he's going to come from Fluminense, and he's going to join Wolves. Some of these deals are important because when players bring in, when teams bring in players from South America, like I'll give you an example, Julian Alvarez from Man City. At the time, everyone overlooks it, but you never know. In 1 or 2 years' time, it might be that that Andre is like a brilliant at Wolves, and he's one of the most the biggest names out there. That's what happened. It happened with Moises Caicedo when he went to Brighton. If I was sitting here on the stream telling you Moises Caicedo to Brighton from random team in Colombia, you guys would all be like, "Oh, who cares?" It could be a moment in history where you never know. There is a Tottenham news, but it's the other from the other direction, babe.
Okay.
So, Sammy, if you're out there, we've got some Tottenham news, okay? But
So, Gio Lo Celso, back to Real Betis from Spurs, signed right now.
So Tottenham have sold the player. Giovanni Lo Celso is now gone to Real Betis. Sorry, I've got. Our dog is now fussing with the camera. Another big deal. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano. It's nothing to do with England. It's a former player who used to play in England, but Chris, to take it away. To Leon.
Okay. So Wilfred Zaha to
Leon
from Galatasaray. Deal confirmed.
What does it say over here?
Here we go. Zaha completes a terrific attacking line in Leon.
There you go. I'm not going to hit the done deal button because it's not a Premier League team. But I thought about it for a second because when he picks like a big graphic like that, saying "Here we go," it gets me pumped. But I just realized it's again. We're just talking about deals in Italy. This is a deal in France. We're not. See, you guys aren't alone. Again, France. All the French people in here. We love France.
I love croissants.
Yeah, we love croissants. We're probably gonna get a croissant in a few hours. After this live stream is over, we're gonna get a nice breakfast. Chrissy actually has a France shirt. Okay, so nothing against France. This is just, as I reiterate, this is the Premier League show. Still, 23 minutes to go in the window. Can the lawyers just hurry up here and we can do that Raheem Sterling contract, please? That's a request from Anton. Right now. This is interesting. Maybe I'll put this up on the screen. We're talking about Raheem Sterling. This is cool stuff. Okay, I don't know if you can see it or you can hear it. Let me share the screen here. But apparently, when Raheem Sterling was a player at Man City, Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta were speaking about Raheem Sterling. They said in the conversation, so I'll just walk you through. So Mikel says to Pep, Yesterday I talked to Raheem and I say he's such a good boy. He was so pissed off. So I asked him 4 questions. How do you feel after the first action you failed when the ball went up? And Raheem said, I said, wait. Okay, whatever. It's just too much. I'm trying to read a play because I'm just worried about getting any sort of strikes here. So we're very early in the process. What is the subscriber count, by the way? We had a goal. We're up to now 242 subs. All right. At the moment, our minimum target is 250. So that would be halfway to monetization, which, considering that we were a quarter away from monetization 24 hours ago, it's a massive achievement to chunk off a quarter. And again, at one point today, we had almost 1K in this live stream. So we are definitely on our way. And now we have over 200 people watching, guys. Thank you. Make sure you're, by the way, making sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you are subscribing. How many likes do we have at this moment in time on the video? Is that? Oh, that's not in the live. So you have to. I could actually just see in my. Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna. Details. Am I gonna actually update the thumbnail? For a second, because I just realized that. Okay. All right. Still tried to update the thumbnail. Why didn't it go through? Come on, thumbnail update. All right. In the meantime, guys, now we have 244 subs. Whoever you are out there who just sub to Hotsport, thank you so much for your sub. We're now up to 244. Nice. We are at 244. All right, cool. We've now updated the thumbnail, guys. So we had at the start of the night, we had a bit of technical difficulties where the stream actually got deleted by YouTube.
Oh. Okay.
Are we still ramming home the Victor Osimhen news to everyone again? This is what they're talking about. Okay. Here we go. Breaking news.
This is the final decision of Chelsea team. So deal completely off for Victor Osimhen. No agreement with Chelsea. And CFC delegation now leaving Napoli. If nothing happens from Saudi next 3 days, Osimhen will stay at Napoli, but he's not going to be part of the first team squad. The relationship currently completely broken.
Oh, by the way, that's completely broken with Napoli, not completely broken with Chelsea, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So, Chelsea fans, don't worry. They're not. You haven't completely pissed off Osimhen to the point where he hates you. That's more what's going on with his current club. But so, officially, guys, Victor Osimhen is not going to Chelsea. And he might go to Saudi within the next 3 days, but if not, he will stay at Napoli, and he will not even play. He will basically take a 6 months off or 4 months off and probably try to move in January. It would be my assessment. But here's the thing. As I mentioned earlier, when a player's not played for 4 months, that dramatically impacts the transfer valuation of a player. We still have 17 minutes to go, and we're on the window, and we are still waiting. Oh, whoa! Fabrizio has got another tweet, and it's undoing one that when we announced earlier. Babe, here we go. We're not going to hit the thing. Go.
All
go
right,
for it.
Al-Nassr deals to Fulham now on the verge of collapsing after new issues. Currently off.
Oh, so we thought that Ernest Nuama was on his way to Fulham. It seems the winger, as we had him on the thing, right, from Lyon. At the moment, the deal seems like it's collapsing at the last minute. Again, when you're doing last minute deals, everything is so delicate, and it's always a possibility. Like I might be sitting here, I actually don't want to put that into the ether. I don't want to say anything about Raheem Sterling. I don't want to put that into the universe. As long as I don't use the words, right? We're good, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Again, that's really it. We're just waiting on. We're waiting on the finale of this. And by the way, we will still be on an hour after the window shuts, just to discuss. Christy doesn't necessarily need to be sitting here as much, but I'll be here for the final hour. Christy can stay if she wants. She's enjoying it. But when the window is shut, we'll just recap everything and obviously the news on Raheem Sterling might drag on past the hour mark, because I imagine that Arsenal, in order to get at this point, it seems very clear that Arsenal are very determined to bring Sterling in. So I would guess at this point that Arsenal would get extension if it doesn't happen, if that agreement doesn't happen before 11. On Sky, it does say that the lawyers are working to get that paperwork finalized before 11. So that leaves us 15 minutes to go in the transfer window. And there's only one deal on everybody's lips. What's that, babe? Who's the one deal on everybody's lips? What's the one deal that everybody's wondering now at this point with 15 minutes to go? And who?
And Sterling.
Yeah, right. Sterling and Arsenal. That is what everyone is waiting for now. You know what's so funny? Yesterday, I was like, oh, Sterling. I was like, oh no, Sterling. Okay, I guess. And today I'm like, yeah, let's go, Raheem Sterling. Please join Arsenal. It's like the window does crazy things to people and it changes. Because look, for me, as I say, Sterling's not a needle mover, and I have reiterated that he's not a needle. He could be potentially a needle mover because he's still an incredibly talented player. At one point, he's one of the best forwards. Breaking news.
He was going to be at Crystal Palace all day. Is this news, James Savannah, going to cheer up Quinton Morrison or not? What have you got for us?
I think tomorrow's will be buzzing. I think Crystal Palace fans will be absolutely buzzing. You've waited so long for me to bring you this transfer news this evening. Second deal done of deadline day. Eddie Nketiah is a Crystal Palace player. You have your striker who signed a 5-year contract at the Eagles. He joins on what was an initial £25 million deal from Arsenal. He could rise to £30 million with add-ons. As I say, a 5-year contract. He wanted first team minutes. He's 25 years of age. That's what he needs at this stage of his career. Nottingham Forest tried, Marseille tried, but he'll be playing his football this season at Selhurst Park. He's absolutely delighted to be a Crystal Palace player. Remember, Matt Turner, Trevor Judd, they could still be signed in the final few minutes.
All right. Breaking done deal now. This is a sad one for me. Sad and happy, bittersweet. All right. Eddie Nketiah has now completed his deal from Arsenal to Crystal Palace. So Arsenal have been saying goodbye to a lot of our long-term academy guys, long-term guys that people love at Arsenal. Eddie Nketiah is now moving. He's now moving to Crystal Palace. That is now official. So Ramsdale's left today, and Nketiah has left today. Those have both now been agreed. And again, Ipswich and Arsenal are moving in the direction of a loan where Eddie Nketiah will also leave Arsenal today. We are still only just over 10 minutes to go in the transfer window. 10 minutes to go. I will put on the countdown clock when there are 30 seconds to go in the window, just letting you guys know. But Fabrizio is tweeting away. His fingers. It's actually really cool to watch. So 10 minutes to go in the window. Babe, look at this. This is he's on his phone like tweeting, and everyone sees. It was like Fabrizio cam with 9 minutes 55 seconds to go in the window. I wish I could show you guys this.
Share screen.
Do you want me to show that? I don't know if I can do that. But I'll do this for a second here. I'll share. So I got Fabrizio. This is the man tweeting around. He's like on his phone. We get the update. So there's 9 minutes to go in the transfer window. Fabrizio is tweeting. We've also got Sky Sports on the TV. So much left to go in the window. We have 9 minutes, less than 9 minutes remaining until the window closes. The question, Raheem Sterling, will he be joining Arsenal? That is, again, he's now confirmed that Eddie Nketiah is now a Crystal Palace player. Babe. Okay. We're going to stop the screen sharing for a second. We have got, Chrissy's not here. We have got some breaking. And it's an Ornstein bomber. Raheem Sterling arrives at London Colney Training Ground to undergo a medical ahead of a proposed transfer from Chelsea to Arsenal. Arsenal and Chelsea plus player representatives are working to finalize season-long loan deal for the 29-year-old England international winger. So we have just about 8 minutes remaining of the window. And this Raheem Sterling thing is coming all the way down to the wire. We have 200 of you guys here in the chat. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing. What's the update on the subscription? We're at 246. Only four subs away from our minimum target. Our maximum target for the night was going to be 500. It seems like, obviously, just like the Raheem Sterling deal coming down to the wire, I don't think that would be possible. Not like Raheem. It's more like Victor Osimhen. But Ornstein has dropped a bomb with 10 minutes to go of the window. I mean, something we mentioned earlier, but that was from other tweets. that Raheem Sterling is in fact at Arsenal's training ground, in the building, undergoing the medical. The medical has now begun. That's the news from basically. Raheem Sterling is now undergoing his medical. So what needs to happen within the next 7 minutes of this window is that Arsenal is going to have to, that paperwork is going to have to be finalized. And they're going to have to put in a deal sheet to get an extension, which would allow them basically up until 1 a.m. to complete all. This is the Raheem Sterling update from Fabrizio Romano. I'm doing all of the work while Christy is. So we're hitting this, reaching its crescendo. The Raheem Sterling news is heating up. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted now. So we just heard from the Oren Baba. We know that Fabrizio Romano. Kaveh Saliakal is talking. But Raheem Sterling is now undergoing his medical at Arsenal, and the clubs are working on the documents. So this is now coming down to the wire. 5 minutes to go in the window.
I've just been looking at Arsenal's fixtures, actually. Of course, he can't play tomorrow because he hasn't been registered in time. Then it's the international break. After that, in 2 weeks' time, it's the North London derby. So who knows? That could be Raheem Sterling's first appearance for Arsenal if this deal does go through in an Arsenal shirt against their rivals Spurs on the 15th of September. But I'm afraid, I'm sorry, I was just getting
breaking news.
You can get ahead of yourself, say the Arsenal fans, because they're delighted with this news coming out of Chelsea tonight. Thank you very much for that, Harvey. No doubt we'll be back to you shortly.
Breaking news.
Let's get to this breaking news because Nottingham Forest have done something, and Rob Dorset can.
All right, breaking news. All right, so the Raheem Sterling deal, the news just keeps coming at 2 million miles an hour. Of course, it has to, with 5 minutes to go. Arsenal have submitted the deal sheet, as I said, right here, exclusive. I told you this. This is what happened. I've just been in so many of these windows before. Arsenal have submitted the deal sheet for Raheem Sterling to complete his medical and his deal from Arsenal. So Raheem Sterling could become. This seems at this point now. This is now happening. So they're going to get a 2-hour extension on the Raheem Sterling deal. He, as reported by Fabrizio Romano, he is currently undergoing his medical. He's undergoing his medical at Arsenal, and they have now 2 hours to complete the deal. But the papers have been sent in, and Arsenal have gotten an extension. So as this window closes, Sterling will not be an Arsenal player by the time the window closes. However, Arsenal have been granted a 2-hour extension on the Raheem Sterling thing.
The fact that it's happening on Saturday makes it really exciting for us.
We just heard there that Sterling is now at Arsenal. He's at the training. I mean, take us into his head right now, Michael. What's he going through?
Well, it's been a strange few weeks for him. Every emotion will have been going through from that first day where he was left out the squad for the opening fixture against Manchester City. His mind will have been everywhere. What do I do? Where am I moving? Am I going to have a career in London? Is he going to be north? Everything will have gone through his mind. And then when this opportunity came, we also thought, wow, I'm going to have played for Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea.
Now Arsenal.
Some CV that.
Well,
I mean, did a bit of baffles you a little bit with Raheem, and the fact that it's for greater minds than mine is that you've got a team in Chelsea that wants to rebuild, wants to challenge again. They could quite easily give them the key that unlocks the Premier League title, couldn't they, to Arsenal? Because of financial, and he doesn't fit into the way he played.
Yeah.
Very good point. And what about the general business that Arsenal have done? If they add Sterling to Marino and to Calafiori,
it's good. And Timber thrown into the mix. I know he's not a signing, but he's like a new signing. He was injured last season. He can play there. I know they still got Zinchenko, but he played it there left back. I thought he was fantastic. A really good footballer. It's good business. I like Raheem Sterling. I think the way he got treated by Maresca, if the stories and everything's true, is not right for me. Definitely not right. If you don't want someone, Jules, don't take me on pre-season. Don't tell me on the Friday I don't want to be involved. So to get a move to Arsenal, we will be challenging in the Premier League. I think it's a great move for him. And his experience as well. Raheem will go there, get his head down. You know what he can deliver.
he's not the first player.
All right.
Shut like this.
of course, he won't be too good. That's true.
All right, guys, here we go. All right, so the transfer window is now shut. It is now closed. There is only one deal that is out there. Now, just from listening to Fabrizio Romano, a lot of different things. Armando Broja to Ipswich is now closed. By the way,
Chelsea
let's take a look.
Since he's elected for the Saudi Kingdom, not the King's Road. James Sancho is all set to switch party from red to blue as Manchester United get both confidence to their league and a budget for a rebuild.
They're a bit behind. I was just going to show when it's a done deal on the stream here. But the transfer window is now officially shut. Armando Broja to Ipswich is off, according to Fabrizio Romano. Reece Nelson to Ipswich is also off. But that doesn't mean.
That's the plan. But he has seen the value in Sterling. He'll need a loan to get it. Whatever business your team's done.
Yeah. So the only deal that's going to be out there after this is going to become the Raheem Sterling watch. But the window is now closed. We're just going to show you right behind here on the sky.
So it is 11 p.m. and the window is officially shut. What a deadline day it has
So
been. Deals are still going through. The Raheem Sterling is at Arsenal and he looks complete. His
So we have, it's now the window is closed. The Raheem Sterling window is now open. Now again, official announcements from the club can happen after the window. So, oh my God, still breaking. We got some breaking news here.
It's all over. Or is it?
So, the breaking news. This is so I just said Reece Nelson to Ipswich is off. It is off. However, Reece Nelson is going to Fulham. Our agreement is now done between Arsenal and Fulham. This is after the Ernest Nuama deal collapsed between Fulham and Lyon. And now Reece Nelson is going to go to Fulham on loan from Arsenal. Again, as reported by Ornstein, in order for the Sterling deal to go through, Arsenal have had to send Nelson on loan. And that is going to. I thought for a second, I panicked. I thought Reece Nelson to Ipswich was off, and I was like, oh no. But actually, it's Reece Nelson going to Fulham, so that there is still going to be an out. And we're still talking about Raheem Sterling.
One of the biggest clubs in Europe, Arsenal. I want you to come.
This from Ben Jenkins. Raheem Sterling is undergoing his Arsenal medical. Loan is fully agreed. Move driven by Mikel Arteta. Sterling has finalised terms relationship with Arsenal, staying in London. All big factors.
It's not him jumping ship from one London club to another. It was one club telling him, we don't want you here anymore.
So, for all intents and purposes, Raheem Sterling will become an Arsenal player.
Of course, what we heard from Enzo Maresca, he's just said, look, it's a technical reason, it's a football reason. He's a really good player. He's not my kind of wide player. I'd rather other people, other options, other signings as well.
I'm just watching Fabrizio at the moment.
The fact that Raheem Sterling is one of the biggest earners, if not the biggest earner. Chelsea, 3 years left on his contract. Did Chelsea need to move in for financial reasons? I don't know. I think there are two sides to the story. For what it's worth, I think it's a little bit vulgar in polite society to talk about people's wages. So let's just say probably it was for football reasons. Let's not talk about his wages, what he earns. It's his own business. And
we're at 247 subs, by the way. We have less than an hour to go in this live stream. Three subs away from our goal for the night. Fabrizio Romano just used the words in his live stream. Raheem Sterling will become an Arsenal player tonight. It's
is a low obligation for Chelsea to sign him, I think, for around £23 million. Now, a lot of Chelsea fans will be scratching their heads and thinking, why are we signing Jadon Sancho? We don't need another wide player. We've got so many wide players already, great players like Cole Palmer.
So, Ornstein Bomba. Here we go. Reece Nelson to Ipswich is off. The 24-year-old now joining Fulham on a season-long loan from Arsenal. Deal with Ipswich was very close, but the winger decided against proceeding and now is advancing on the temporary switch to Fulham. So much is going on at the moment.
Plus an obligation of just £23 million. And he's still young. He showed what he could do at Borussia Dortmund, especially in the Champions League last season. We believe we can get the best out of him. I hope for Chelsea's sake and Jadon Sancho's sake that they do.
So Fabrizio was saying Edouard to Leicester City is done.
Does anyone get it best out? We're going to see him kicking a ball. What's going on with him?
I don't know. Well, look, I can only speak from Chelsea's perspective. Very, very quickly, they made the final offer to him this evening. They were waiting for him to get back to them. The phone didn't ring. He didn't get back to them. That's the latest information I have. And what was it? About 20, 25 minutes ago, I was told that Chelsea were resigned to the fact that he wasn't going to come here. I think it's all down to finances. He's had this incredible wage at Napoli. He was also offered this incredible wage at Napoli. Chelsea tried to push the boat out, but Chelsea's owners are trying to cut the wage bill here by 50%.
I'm waiting on Fabrizio here.
They could give Osimhen what he wanted, but they tried and they tried and they tried. Official confirmation that it's definitely off. But Sky Italy have said in the past hour that it's definitely off and he's staying at Napoli.
All right, brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, Calvin. Maybe you just didn't want to pick up the phone tonight, Victor Osimhen. Who knows?
Breaking news.
Right, Dana Sheff has joined me now. What's the situation with Reece Nelson? Because we were hearing that he was going somewhere. Is that still on? Yeah.
Reece Nelson, advanced talks with Ipswich.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a done deal, a season-long loan. With about 5 minutes of the window to go, I got wind of the fact that Reece Nelson actually wasn't going to be going to Ipswich Town. He's actually going to be going to Fulham. Now, Fulham.
That's right, Reece Nelson to Fulham.
So the deal
all right.
Just in time to get.
Oh, everything is going down right now. Everything is. The window is shut. Nayefa Gerd from West Ham is going to Real Sociedad. Odsonne Edouard has, because McKennie has come in, is going to Crystal Palace to Leicester from Crystal Palace on a loan deal. So, and so basically it means that Crystal Palace's attacking options is going to be Eddie Nketiah and Jean-Philippe Mateta. Chukwuemeka Timena is not happening. So according to the Purple Panel, Arsenal have reached an agreement with Chelsea. Wait. We've got some breaking news here on Hotspot. From the Purple Panel is the source here. Arsenal have reached an agreement with Chelsea to sign Raheem Sterling on a season-long loan. First part of the medical completed. Currently taking place in London. Calling the 29-year-old accepted the terms earlier today. The saga is over. Checkmate. That's from the Purple Panel. Obviously, earlier we heard from Fabrizio on his stream. He believes that this is a deal that's going to go through. And again, they are on the 2-hour extension. So for all intents and purposes, this is a deal that should happen. Fabrizio Romano is currently tweeting something I can see from his stream. Again, Fabrizio is the GOAT, guys, honestly. 248 subs. We are 2 away from our goal for the night to reach 250 subs. That things are moving. Things are moving. Okay. Okay. So Fabrizio's going through all of the. Here we go. Reiss Nelson to Fulham. Here we go. Loan deal done and documents completed in time. That is from Fabrizio Romano. So Reiss Nelson will become a Fulham player as this window closes. He's going to join his former teammate now, Emile Smith-Rowe at Fulham. And from what I understand from Fabrizio, he's in the process of breaking some pretty big news on the Raheem Sterling front. By the way, Morato and James Ward-Prowse are both confirmed as Nottingham Forest signings as well. Real Sociedad complete Naif Aguirre deal from West Ham. Odsonne Edouard, as I mentioned before, going to Leicester City on loan from Crystal Palace. That is all done. Leganés has completed a deal to sign Sebastian Haller from Borussia Dortmund. Oh, so breaking exclusive news from Fabrizio Romano that Everton have put in the DC deal sheet for 2-hour extension. Armando Broja, instead of going to Ipswich, is now going to go on loan to Everton. So somehow something's happened with Ipswich. They had both Broya and Nelson in the pipeline. Both of those deals have collapsed. Both of those players have found new destinations. So Reece Nelson is going to go to Fulham. Armando Broya is going to go to Everton. But that is with a deal sheet, of course. Similar story to Raheem. Oh, babe. Okay, I've got the Raheem Sterling. Is it here we go? Yeah. All right. Christy's not here. I'll tell you in a second. All right. We are ready. Let's do. Breaking news. News of the night. The crescendo has now arrived on my live stream before it ends. Thank God. Fabrizio Romano has now tweeted. I actually heard him on his live stream announce it. Raheem Sterling to Arsenal. Here we go. Agreement is done on a loan move from Chelsea. Chelsea's accepted the final conditions and the player wanted the move. Also spoke to Mikel Arteta. Agreement done. Document expected to be okay soon. He's going to become an Arsenal player. That is exclusive. What do you think, Bengo? Raheem Sterling to Arsenal. Here we go. I gotta put that all over my tweets when we hit there. But Raheem Sterling is going to become an Arsenal player. That is dropped now from Fabrizio. And hamburgers for everybody. Raheem Sterling is now an Arsenal player. We're getting it everywhere. Burger King is giving away the burgers. And Raheem Sterling is now becoming an Arsenal player. To be announced in around just under 2 hours' time, I imagine, officially from Arsenal. But the medical is now being done. And Raheem Sterling is now an Arsenal player. You have got it here exclusively live. Obviously not exclusively. I imagine that shows all over the world at the moment in terms of transfer shows all over the world are discussing this. Raheem Sterling is going to play for Arsenal this season. What does this do for Arsenal? As we mentioned, we've broken it down on this show already. Go. Good boy, B. What does this mean for Arsenal? This means that they have finally signed an attacking player. Thank God. I love you. Okay, Bengo, please sit here. Sit here. Good boy. My Bengo is such a cute boy, though, isn't he? He's a cute little Bengo. Yeah. Good boy. What does this mean for Arsenal? It means we finally got our attacking player that we wanted. I mean, he's not the man we wanted. We don't need to go through all the names. But at the end of the day, we're going to get a backup for Saka, essentially. We're going to have depth on the wing. We got a guy who can score goals, as much as you want to believe. Sterling had better GA last year than Martinelli. Arsenal's wingers are going to be the following: Saka, Sterling, Martinelli, Trossard. Sterling obviously can play on the left. He can play on the right. I think he'd most prefer to come off of the left. So it's going to be interesting now to see how Sterling figures at Arsenal, what Martinelli's position is in the team, where Trossard's position is in the team. But I think that it's fluid. Havertz is going to remain as the Arsenal striker. Jesus is going to be the number 2. And that is included, by the way, with the other deals that Arsenal have put together in the summer. Ricardo Calafiori. Ricardo Calafiori, obviously from Bologna. He's already debuted for Arsenal. Mikel Merino, who's now actually got a shoulder injury, so he's going to be out for a while, but that's been announced earlier in the week. So Arsenal's deals in the transfer window is completed. By the way, also the addition of Neto as the goalie, so as the backup to David Raya. Ornstein hasn't dropped the Sterling stuff yet, but the Here We Go has now been dropped by Fabrizio. So we're now at 8:19. Thank you, everybody, as well. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you are subscribing. Make sure you are subscribing. What is our number? We're at 249. We are 1 sub away from our minimum target for the night for subs to reach 250 subscriptions on YouTube. We were at 122 this time yesterday. So the jump is crazy. Here is the update now.
It's done for Ivan Toney to go to Al Ali. Let's get more on now with our chief reporter, Carmen Sokol. What more can you tell us on this?
Well, I think the deal is basically almost done for Ivan Toney to move to Saudi Arabia. But we actually think that Brentford is still waiting for one piece of paperwork which needs a signature to arrive from Al Ali. Once they receive that, then it can be confirmed 100% that Ivan Toney will be moving to the Saudi Pro League. Remember, the deadline in the Saudi Pro League is not until midnight on.
By the way, Carlos Soler to
get this deal done.
To West Ham from PSG is now confirmed as a loan deal. That's going to go through.
Is leaving the Premier League. I was looking forward to seeing a couple more of his no-look penalties this season here in England. But I guess that is something that Saudi football fans can appreciate.
What are we thinking? What are we guys thinking, guys? Raheem Sterling. The Arsenal news is now dropped.
To Jeddah, where I'm sure he will be.
He's going to go to Arsenal. I can't stop looking at this. Here we go. We brought in a forward player. Not anywhere what we thought, because obviously Sterling was in exile with Chelsea.
So to Italy, Victor Osimhen could have joined Chelsea today. Could have gone to Saudi Arabia.
So the Victor Osimhen thing, well, let's talk about that for a sec. What a massive anticlimax that he didn't go anywhere. He's just going to end up being exiled with Napoli. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. But Raheem Sterling is going to be playing in the Premier League. By the way, the stream for Sky is now finished. Let me see if I can. Let's hit back up. Let's put Fabrizio on the TV now. So you're going to get to hear Fabrizio in the background here.
Where should I put that? Ivan Toney, Wallahi is completed. Here we Good. Deal signed in this moment with all the lawyers, with the clubs. So Ivan Toney leaves English football, leaves European football, leaves Brentford, £40 million to join Al Ahly. Medical done today. This morning, Al Ahly people woke up with Victor Osimhen agreement with Napoli, not with the player. Then the situation with Napoli got very tense. The deal collapsed between Napoli and Al Ahly. Then what happened is that Al Ahly sent Ivan Toney to do the medical in London. Now the deal is done. So Ivan Toney will play for Al Ahly in Saudi Pro League. He will travel this weekend to formally be unveiled at the club, but the contracts are signed between clubs and with the player. So Osimhen is not going to Al Ahly. Ivan Toney is going to Al Ahly. This is really important for Al Ahly, for Brentford, for Toney, but also for Osimhen, because it means that Al Ahly are not going to sign Osimhen. It's a matter of registration of the players' position, they are to number 9, and so Al Ahly signed Ivan Toney. That's it for Osimhen. One more problem in the Osimhen story, because maybe one of the final hopes for Napoli and for the player was to reactivate his option with a miracle, but deal is off.
All right. So this is the big news as well of the night. Exclusively, as you might have just heard on the stream, Ivan Toney to Al Ahly. Here we go. Deal completed between clubs. Brentford for £40 million package. The medical is done, agreed, and Ivan will travel to Saudi this weekend to be presented. The Osimhen deal is also off with Al Ahly. So Osimhen will be staying at Napoli, and he will be an Ivan Toney will be going to Al Ahly. So at the end, Chelsea are left with nothing. They did get Jadon Sancho. Al Ahly end up with Ivan Toney, and Napoli still have Victor Osimhen for another 4 months at least.
Agents,
Huge.
we know that it's like signing.
Rabiot has always been expensive, but he wants to play. Of course, and he wants to play Europe. So he wants to play in the club.
I gotta say, this Fabrizio is really amazing. How he's able to talk. He's got people in his ear. He's got texts. He's just going through everything. He's
Let's wait and see. The problem is that, as I was saying, I don't know the numbers, so I'm just giving an example. I don't know how much he was asking. I don't know how much is the commission. But let's say realistic that Rabiot rejected €7 million when he went to Snet. He said no, 7.5. It means that you want probably, let's say, 8. It's more than this, but let's say 8. If you want 8 for the next 5 years, net, you have to calculate something around 12.
Wow. So this is very, very exciting stuff here. A lot of the news has dropped after the window has shut. All that stuff. So we're still watching. Well, let me take a look. Guys, thank you very much. We have now reached 250 subscribers here on Hotsport. We are 1/4 of the way to maximum monetization, and we are 50% of the way to a minimum monetization, which means we can do super chats, memberships, all that stuff. So to all the people who have subbed to the channel over the last 24 hours, and obviously for those who subbed to the channel prior to that, the OGs, thank you very much to all of you guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, but as you can see, look, it's about 200 of you still in the chat. We're going through. We're keeping you covered as best as we can. We've got all the best sources. We had Sky on for a while, for most of the time. Now they're off of TV. I got Fabrizio dropping news as it comes. Yeah, so here we go. Raheem Sterling to Arsenal. Ivan Toney to Al Ahly. That is so. Of the video of the people of what we've shown you in our promotion video on our thumbnail, Ademola Lookman seems to be staying at Atalanta. Gay did not end up moving from Crystal Palace to Newcastle, so he is staying. Raheem Sterling is going to go to Arsenal. That's the man for Arsenal. Jadon Sancho is going to go to Chelsea. Ivan Toney is going to Al Ahly, and Victor Osimhen is not going to Chelsea or Al Ahly. He is staying. He's staying at Napoli for 6 months on exile. So, not a great transfer window for Osimhen, but I hope he's learned his lesson, because you can't be too greedy in this world, honestly. And he needs to realize that you got to put the sport first. And I get it. Everyone's out there looking for the money for the big payday. We started the day thinking that Osimhen was going to get his move to Saudi. That did not materialize. Yeah, so Christy will be joining us here in a second. But so much stuff, so many things have dropped. We have half an hour remaining on this live stream. Yeah, but anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think of the breaking news. Thank you so much as well. Like I said it many times, to all you guys who have stuck around throughout this live stream. I really appreciate it. We've reached our goal of 250. We've actually surpassed it now to 251. So that is remarkable. So so much going on. So much. Yeah, amazing. Great news. I think we've gotten to, the conclusion that I wanted to get to in terms of all the signings tonight. That is for certain.
No.
Just try turning on Fabrizio, because he's texting again.
They are such a big deal. Yeah, because when he was at Tottenham, I don't know if it was there. No. Then what he went through was very, very technical into the game and everything. Yeah. Next. And also we mentioned 10 times. Yes. Next. Nice.
Wow. Okay. So we are going to Christy will be back with us in a second. So we're going to recap all of the stuff that just went down. Yeah, so Christy's now back with us. And Bango. Bango's back. All right. So Christy, just giving you an update here on some of the stuff.
I heard.
So what happened with Raheem Sterling?
Raheem Sterling to Arsenal. Here we go. We got the agreement done on loan move from Chelsea. And Chelsea accepted the final decision, and the player wanted them more.
Wanted the move.
Wanted the move. and also spoke to Mikel. My favorite one. And agreement done, documents expected to be okay.
So Raheem Sterling is
Here we go.
and the hamburgers to the people of London.
Enjoy the burgers, guys.
Also, the big news as well that broke exclusively from Fabrizio Romano. Ivan Toney to Al Ahly. Here we go. So again, Chelsea left empty-handed. Saudi Al Ahly gets Ivan Toney. Napoli keeps Osimhen for 4 months on exile. And Chelsea get nobody. So
Sorry, Chelsea.
yeah, I knew it. I knew that they get left at the altar. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. Sometimes you just go one step too far, and then you know. One thing I'll tell you about Chelsea, I'll just be honest. Again, I think they could have gotten very well been able to afford Victor Osimhen's wages had they not signed the plethora of players that they did. Their wage bill was so high they could only at the end afford to fit like a certain amount in Victor Osimhen. They only offered Osimhen $150,000 a week, and he's on $300,000 a week at Napoli. So that's 50% wages. It wasn't going to be worth it for Osimhen. But again, for Osimhen at the same time, he's now missed out on his moves. He's now staying. He's not going to play football for 4 months. So, yeah, look, we have 25 minutes essentially on the live stream. I think we might actually even call it quits a little bit earlier than that. Again, let me take a look. We want to thank you guys all. Honestly, again, one more time, I just keep repeating myself. We have now reached 251 subscribers. So that means we have passed the minimum goal for the night in terms of subs. And so we thank you guys all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys all.
Keep sharing the channel and let your friends know about Hotspot, the existence of Hotspot, because we are here to fill your daily news with a lot of sports.
Yeah, there you go. So, look, I think for the time being, I think everything is kind of settled down. If we're going to chat, maybe I'll finish the final kind of 20 minutes or so here. By maybe breaking it down for you now. Maybe everything is now in place. Everything is now final. The window is now shut. So, Raheem Sterling, Arsenal. Does that make Arsenal? What does that mean in the title race for Man City? As I've said, I don't think it moves the needle. It's not a world-class striker. I mean, once upon a time, you could consider him to be a world-class winger. Let's see if he still got it. But does it make Arsenal better than Man City? What I think it does is it means Arsenal have the fridge stocked. So therefore, sorry, my headphones just died. So in the middle of that, but we can still chat. So what it means, I think, is that Man City and Arsenal should be going neck and neck once again. It's a mystery to me who is going to go. At the moment, I would edge City just based on reputation, but I haven't made my decision. I might still, at the end of the day, go with Arsenal as my pick just because that's what I want it to happen. But I got to use my brain with this sort of stuff, and I also need to inform the people what I think everything is at. Hey, Tango. This is what he thinks of. Hey, Bengo, what do you think of Tottenham? So in third place comfortably now, I think Liverpool. Fourth place comfortably now, not comfortably, I wouldn't say. I reckon it is close, but given and look, the moves that Chelsea have made are very impressive in general. There's just a lot, and they had the 6-2 win against Wolves, so I'm not going to disregard it. But I just like what Man United have, and I'm willing to say again, I have a show next week. During the international break, we're going to give our final picks. So I might change my mind, but at the moment, as of 8:38 a.m. Australia time, after the window has shut, I like Man United as my fourth place team. In fifth and sixth, Tottenham and Chelsea, take your pick. Tottenham and Chelsea, take your pick. So yeah, that's kind of how I think everything is going to go. Yeah, so look, I think we're going to end the stream earlier than originally planned because I just feel like we've discussed everything to death. There's no really big news to drop. I think everything that you know, only thing we're missing is official announcements of the deals that we've been spoken about, but the here we goes are good enough for me. So anyway, we're just going to quickly, I'm going to quickly just tell you what's coming up here on Hotsport. I'm going to tell you my plans and what I have moving forward. This next week is a big week coming. Look out, by the way, this afternoon, I'll be doing my Anton's picks, which now I can safely make knowing that the business done in the window. Anton's picks. Look out on Instagram, on TikTok for Anton's picks, right? Christy, should they be looking out for Anton's picks? Yeah, they should be looking out for Anton's picks. Tonight, me and Christy will be at the pub watching Arsenal against Brighton. We will be doing a instant reaction from the pub afterwards, so that you look forward to, as well as in the morning tomorrow we'll be doing instant reactions on the other games. By the way, happy Father's Day tomorrow for all the fathers watching. Then next week coming up this Friday, NFL season begins, so look out during the week. Anton will be doing every day releasing a preview of each division. We're going to do basically Monday we're going to do NFC and AFC East. Tuesday NFC and AFC North. Wednesday NFC and AFC South. Thursday NFC and AFC West. And on Friday, the Baltimore Ravens will play the Kansas City Chiefs to kick off the NFL season. And bonus, we're gonna do in a week from now. The Philadelphia Eagles will kick off their season against the Green Bay Packers in Brazil. So all our NFL coverage is coming up. Excited for you. Footy finals is also beginning next weekend as well. So this is a great time. I feel like tonight, 250 subs. The platform is really ready to take off. And we thank you so much. Yes, Arthur. Tottenham have got no money. Those tight. I can't use the words. Thank you for the comment, Arthur. Leeds are the best team. Leeds are the best team. They're not even in the Premier League, mate. But we appreciate the comment. We appreciate the comment.
My bro.
Yeah, thanks, Arthur, for the comment. Yeah. Good fun. Love the banter. Yeah, look, the platform is now really ready to take off. I think I'm going to officially end the stream at 8:45, so we've got 3 minutes to go. I don't know what Fabrizio is doing on his TV channel. They're signing some document. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Again, we've reached. Let me do this. 252 now. 252. No more Eddie or Ramsdale. That's true. Hey, Arthur, if you're listening, what do you think of Raheem Sterling to Arsenal? I'm gonna give you until the end of the deal, the window to the stream to reply to me here. Big up to Arthur. You know,
What do you think? We love the interaction here from Arthur.
He's typing maybe.
Yeah. By the way, we love huskies. We love dogs. I love the icon here. All right. To wrap things up, the big deals of the day. Victor Osimhen did not happen. He is off. He's staying at Napoli. Al Ali will, though, sign Ivan Toney. That is now confirmed. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano. Jadon Sancho will join Chelsea, though, from Man United on a season-long loan with a £25 million obligation to buy next season. Arthur now says Sterling, an Arsenal player. That's here you go. That leads us on to the next point. But big breaking news at the end of the night: Raheem Sterling is joining the Gunners. There we go. Here we go. He is going to become an Arsenal player on loan for the season. Let's see if he impresses and learns himself a longer time. But by a year from now, he will be 30 years old. So we will see. And that's it. Eddie Nketiah, Aaron Ramsdale, as mentioned by Arthur now, gone. Reece Nelson is now gone. He's on loan to Fulham. This is just Arsenal stuff. And yeah, Ugarte officially announced as a Man United player. And that's basically it for our live stream today. Thank you very much, everyone, for taking part, for logging on, and to Hotsport. Thank you for all the subs. And guys, look out. We will be having so much content dropping even later on today. But until then, guys, take care. Hope you guys enjoy the happy deadline day. And for tomorrow, happy Father's Day for whoever celebrates, which should be everybody. All right? Dads are very important. Moms are important as well. But dads are also important. Dango, you have anything? I know. I'm just saying. Happy Father's Day. Anyway, we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Bye.